Hello, my name is John Oliver. Today is March 27, 2012. The name of this obviously is my three main fears. And those three fears are fear of rejection, fear of success, and fear of failure. For me, those are kind of all lumped and glumped and glommed. They're separate, but they're kind of glopped together. Not weird fears. I mean, lots of people have those kinds of fears. Other kinds of fears include the fear of snakes, mice, rats, spiders, roaches, public speaking, airline flights, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, people might say, well, just stop worrying or quit smoking or don't overeat or exercise regularly or get on a budget or give that addiction or say the Bible daily. I mean, it's easy to say those kinds of things that would stop the bad, but it's hard to execute. There's a certain mental, emotional, spiritual, Lord knows, blockage. And it stays there. Now, what does help, it has helped me before, is just admit it. Just to say, hey, previous time, for years, I mean, I'm 50, coming up on 59 years old in less than a month, but I've had lots of depression over the years, but when I admitted it, it helped me a lot to tell people, to admit to myself and others, or trouble with procrastination or perfectionism. I remember one time, again, I hardly believe it now, but it took me, I remember it was about 1 or 2 weeks that I had the hardest time admitting to myself that I had trouble with workaholism. Well, I really do. But it was hard for me to see myself in that light. And as I did, it helped me to realize that was happening, to tell others. A lot of people I know are workaholics, so it didn't really disappear, but it took the power and the out of it. Similarly with internet pornography, I struggled with that for decades. As a teenager, I went public with some trusted friends. I didn't tell everybody early on. I tell you now, I have that weakness. A lot of men do. It's not kind of like, just like a lot of women have eating disorders or body image issues. I mean, dear God, we are so thinking that we're so perfect all the time, and we're not. So men have anger issues, It's like, we all have troubles. Just say it out loud. But somehow, and I tried every kind of way to stop that pornography thing. But when I told them, these are very prayerful people in my small group, I got victory quickly. It's no longer a struggle. It's just a testimony for the Lord. So when I say all of this in the light of what I said before, I really, I really do hope and believe that these things that have really had me jammed up for a long time will decrease, diminish, and become a history just like these others have. Now, I don't have fear of snakes or mice or roaches or public speaking. I don't have those fears. I exercise regularly. I don't smoke cigarettes. Did when I was a kid. But I'm saying this is my life. This is my world. And the other thing is, many years ago, I set the fundraising goal, $40,000 of seed capital to launch the web-based platform. It has 5 services, 5 kinds of income streams. That'll make it financially self-sustaining. I've been stuck there for a lot of years. I'll reveal the main factors, which are those 3: fear of success, fear of failure, fear of rejection. But it's like, some people have a fear of submitting to Jesus Christ because they're afraid that God will send them to Africa. Well, for me, it says, oh, Africa, cool, that'd be cool. Jungle, wow, tribes, rivers, living rough. But no, God sent me the concrete jungle. I must make fundraising appeals to the wealthy. That's become really obvious to me over the years. And what's occurred to me by the Holy Spirit many times is I will walk among millionaires. Not sure that will be one, but I need to appeal to them because the things that I want to do internationally will cost zillions of dollars. And that's my ministry among headhunters, poisonous snakes, strange customs. I mean, the really rich do weird things, and oh well, it's strange. And they're kind of, well, some of them are not real ethical or sweet or nice all the time. They can be nasty. Oh well. And so the other illustration I had is kind of like, I remember the image of my grandfather's garage attic. His house was built in the 1920s. It's made of wood. There's places, old garage. You can see daylight through the cracks in the walls. It's rarely ever used. Full of roaches and spiders upstairs. very old things in storage upstairs. So imagine needing to work in a place like that. Like some people, like a story might need to go to a place like that, like, in a place where is sort of historical papers or photographed artifacts, in colonial times, something like that, on plantations where just all kinds of bugs. And if you had those fears of roaches and spiders, which I don't, it'd be kind of creepy and yicky, but it's not like my main fear. But where I'm going, it's like I think that I've seen clips, trailers for that movie, Tomb, that Hudson Ford with the feared snakes, had the whip. You got to face your worst fears, and that's what I got to do. And so these are my worst fears, and by going public, like even writing all this stuff out, helped me enormously to think it through. And asking prayers will help, and to put this online to say, on this date I had these troubles, and then months, years later, they're no longer troubling me. So I request your comments, suggestions, and questions as you subscribe to this channel. If you can go to this blog over here, then leave comments, or on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.